fly like a bat out of hell. Even the devil couldn't see me coming. Got pride, I can say. Got a word.
What's up, guys? I'm David Bush, founder and CEO of Social Media Boutique. Some of you may know me as Brother David from the Angry Man God Talk. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring my bell on YouTube for all notifications. And in general, at Angry Man God Talk, everything social media, Twitter, Instagram, and especially the Cash App. Now, President Trump's administration projects that up to as high as 20% of African American men will vote for him this November. I'm going to explain to you why I, and even so-called pro-black TV and radio commentary personality Roland Martin, agrees. And this rant is me doing my part to make sure that happens. As the title reads, Roland Martin of the Roland Martin Unfiltered Show agrees with President Trump that 20% of the black male vote could very easily go to him this November.
There's a small cross-section of black men in swing states that can either be pushed in terms of supporting Donald Trump,
right,
or pushed not to vote, right? So not to come out and vote.
Well,
and so he is aiming some of this language around criminal justice reform and HBCUs at that very small segment.
But let me say this here. It's not small. The fact of the matter is, the fact of the matter is this here. I can tell you, because the White House told me, and when I say the White House, I'm talking about literally the second most important person in the White House. Told me point blank. We believe we can get as high as 20% of black men to vote for Trump in November. Rob, they are trying to appeal to the pocketbooks of black men who also feel as if the Democratic Party has ignored them.
Yes.
Yep, and there's no question, and it's not small. I think that percentage is about 15% in Ohio, if I'm right, if I remember.
Well, they're actually they say they're polling nationally at 15% with black men. They want to get that to 18 or 20.
And if they get that, game, set, match, election's over. So,
thanks a lot, Roland. I bet you didn't think your words or platform would be used as a potentially driving force behind actually making that happen. Because as one of your panelists pointed out, if that does happen, game, set, match, the election is over. Aww, they look so sad. Look at the sisters. So dismayed by the idea that even Roland Martin, do you have that picture? Can you pull it up? The one with the auntie lips, the duck lips? Ha! That's right, that's the one. Roland Martin himself concedes to the idea that a solid 17 to 20% of black men are more likely to vote for Trump this November. Now, besides that one moment, for the remainder of the segment, Roland Martin and his panel, unfortunately like a lot of black Americans, especially liberals, spent the majority of their time falsely claiming that President Donald Trump is somehow a racist. Didn't I tell you to bring your tail in this house before the streetlight came on? Now, I especially love this episode because it only confirmed my feelings toward the Democratic Party, the mindset, and their tactic of preference to tap into the emotions and spirit of black America to continue to trick and confuse them into believing that the party for all somehow includes or greatly benefits their interests. So because Trump is the traditional man who shoots from the hip, and yes, at times gets a little overzealous, and we all know Democrats, well, they pander, dance with hot sauce. Pull it up. There it is. Check it out. It's your boy. Now, Roland, before you take offense to me challenging or calling you to task on taking responsibility for this airing and the words that you just said, you see, my intent is not a malicious one. I want you to know that I, too, am a member of the illustrious guild known as Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. A-Phi! I'd be glad to prove it to you. We can get together behind scenes. I can show you my shingle, grip you up, throw a couple challenges around. Point is, Roland, I'm your brother. I love you. I truly love all black people, even those I disagree with. And just like the brethren and sisterin who I disagree with, Brother Roland, Frat, I respectfully disagree with much of your position on President Trump and, quite frankly, Candace Owens being traitor to the black race simply because they speak a little rough for your liking. They both shoot straight from the hip, unapologetically stand in their truth, even though those who oppose and sabotage them and their agenda have no legitimate proof or claim. Just a bunch of feelings and criticism of policy that actually helps blacks in various ways, and a false and misdirected campaign to blame the environment of racism that, yes, does exist somehow on Donald Trump when the last time I checked, Slavery, Jim Crow, and racism have been a part of our history and affected us long before President Trump took office. So what kind of stuff is that? How is that not actually a mockery of what we have been through and overcome in spite of racism and Jim Crow and lynchings? To flippantly compare those things to some of the commentary and positions on why a conservative model works best for the black collective? Why are we not offended by those individuals who do that? I am. So, on behalf of Candace and BLEXIT, I'm happy to say, we told you so. BLEXIT is real. Black Americans exiting the Democratic Party is here and upon us. You said it with your own mouth. 17 to 20% of black men are expected to vote for Trump this season at the polls. If that happens, game, set, match, the election is over. I'm Brother David Bush. This is the Angry Man God Talk Hour, and I will see you next time.
Fly like a bat out of hell. Even the devil